IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle Fantasy Football Show. Yash is in the house.
Hi guys.
The man who scored sub 40 after doing a wild card.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I scored sub 40, and I also checked how much the team that I had last week would have got, and I would have scored 40 points more.
Exactly. So we talk about how spectacularly wrong people can go. We've called on Yash, and we have the star Kumar Kanav, ranked number 3 or 4 in Football Twaddle's Fantasy Cup. Straight up, I need to say, the guy who's leading Football Twaddle Fantasy Cup, Shivaram, he took our pick. I don't even know if I don't know what else he does in his life, but he definitely heard a fantasy pod and picked up Son.
Wow.
And that got him the edge.
Great.
So guys, we may all not be good players, but our
Like,
picks...
you listen to our pod or his own pod, like, you never know, right?
If I'd listened to his own pod, probably he wouldn't have picked up Son, Kumar. That much I can tell you.
Okay.
Alright, let's get to this.
Right.
Yash, why did you do wildcard? What were you thinking behind wildcard for Game Week 5? Entire Game Week 5 review is going to be on your misfortune.
Fuck, dude.
And also, we know that you didn't listen to the last episode and did not take one player we recommended.
Exactly.
Just on?
No, not even one player from our list. Otherwise, you would have done really well. Though.
Yeah. So let's see.
So,
Why
yeah.
did you want to wildcard first of all?
No, because international break, and apart from that, I had a lot of time on Saturdays. So all I had to do was resist that, and I would have been okay. But I was like, what to do now? Chalo, let's make my team better.
Okay.
Using
And
the wild card.
Did you try to put high value defenders?
Yes, I did.
Why?
It just seemed fine. I mean, Liverpool, they won the game. Had they not conceded that one goal, I would have had like 12 points.
But see, from the very first episode of the fantasy podcast that we have done, we've been advocating not taking high value defenders and only taking like fullbacks.
But it's
Right,
okay.
Saru?
So fullback, so Trent Alexander-Arnold fullback here. No?
So
No, but this season, Liverpool are conceding a goal every game.
Yeah, but
Like,
see, but eventually they'll keep a clean sheet is what I felt.
yeah, I was actually whole of Game Week 5. I was just thinking only one thing. If Manchester City had beaten Norwich 3-1,
Right,
the other way around,
right.
it would have been so different, right?
Yeah, I
Because
had my captain was Sterling.
Either
he would have
Aguero or
scored a couple.
Sterling, someone would have scored. De Bruyne would have given an assist, right? And Pukki wouldn't have scored.
Right.
Or something, at least
Or
the
similar,
chances of something similar. And the way the teams or the points would look is so different. So Pep has like fucked it up for us again.
Yeah, man. He always messes up fantasy team.
Yeah, Kumar
No, but
Kanav,
this-
poor guy. What?
He got just. This is justice for Pep, because he kept De Bruyne on the bench and he was in my team, so he deserved the result.
Yeah, exactly, Kanav. You know the defender who has the most points in FPL after 5 game weeks?
It is that not Lundstram, no?
No, Westergaard of Southampton.
Oh yeah, Westergaard.
He, if you take the top 30 or top 20 or 22 point scorers for the first 5 game weeks, only
Is
Westergaard.
Mings in there?
Westergaard is there. That's it. At 27 points. Trent Alexander-Arnold has given 24 points at 7.1 million value.
Nice, yeah. But freaky things like this happen at the first leg start of the season.
Yeah, it's just like 3-4 games, right?
Dude, we're already down 13% of the season. Like, we are almost 15% down of the season. At what point are we going to say start of the season is over? And I felt
that it would be last week, but I think it's come now. Like, it's about time you start picking like long-term picks and stuff.
So that's what you did with your wildcard team?
Yeah.
Huh? So who are the long-term picks you had picked on your wildcard team?
Trent
Or in your team?
Alexander-Arnold, Sterling, Salah, the usual suspects.
And who was the differential or the one you thought will do well?
Arey yaar, why are you talking about my team?
We have to. like
I've tried to forget it. Like, ye sab hua kabhi. So I picked James.
Daniel James?
Yeah.
That was a pick, Kumar, you suggested. He did listen to the podcast.
No, but he will give points this season.
Who?
Dan James.
Daniel James.
Because there are very few other United players who can score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will. So Mo Salah I'm torn between this, Salah or Mane. So on the way to record here, I thought, what if I just remove Salah and put Mane in the team or something like that. But the difference between them is only 0.9 million. It's not like I'm going to save much money swapping Salah and Mane.
But 0.9
so
is
you
fine.
end up saving money if you do that with Firmino actually.
Yeah, but Firmino doesn't give that many points here. One of the stats which I saw, not for this season, but overall is Firmino's taken 4 or 5 years to score 50 goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, so I don't think his points return is very high for the value. Like 10 million is almost his cost.
His contribution to the team is high.
Yeah, so I looked at the highest, people who make a lot of points. So Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, Mane, Salah, right? And then in strikers, you look at
Kane, Aguero,
Pukki, Aguero, Tammy Abraham, Aubameyang. Like these 4 are the top highest strikers. Now, let's say Pukki, okay, you can keep, or Pukki or Abraham is one of the guys. Right. But if you try, there is no way physically you can fit all of them in a team. Isn't it becoming a season slowly where for the week either are you picking Salah or Mane and that guy does well?
Yeah, I mean, it's apart from that, I mean, I don't know what to call them, but there are differentials ke bhi niche jo hota hai. Like the cheaper than differentials might make a difference.
Yeah, the fillers, right?
Yeah, the fillers. The fillers might make the difference now.
But who are the fillers, dude? There was like 2 years ago when
Cantwell is
there. Stephen Kelly is there. There are 2-3 good, like Buendia is there. Lundstram is there. They will give you like 3-4 points.
But not many. See, the thing is, 2 years ago when Salah came, I think he was 8 or 8.5 or 9, something like that.
People didn't expect him to score like 20 goals and
exactly.
stuff. Right? Yeah.
So I am just trying to constantly.
So if
look at someone who can give that many points for a little.
So if Pepe turns out to be as good as how Arsenal fans are hyping him up to be and starts scoring or assisting, then maybe he can be like
what
Salah. But again, I think Pepe has been overpriced. He started at 9, which is too high. Mm-hmm. So because for 9 you get a Firmino or you get like Lacazette for 9.5, which are like more like the probability of them giving points is higher.
Right.
Yeah.
I think like one of the Chelsea players, because Chelsea don't have a very high price squad. I think 7.5 is the highest that
Pulisic. I think
Pulisic was there. Yeah.
And now even this guy, I'm sure Tammy is above 7, right?
Yeah, Tammy has
7.3 now. Yeah.
7.3 now.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pulisic
would you want to bet your so many points on Tammy? Because I mean, he's gonna. I mean, I guess the law of averages is gonna catch up with him.
Yeah, one thing I've realized is only I think about this law of averages is going to catch up, and I never take those players, and they just continue giving points.
But
it always catches up when I take them. How does the law of averages know what am I going to do? So I don't know, man. It's just like everyone is so expensive, the guys who give points, and you need to like just do this bottom feeding where if you really want to.
I think like Richarlison was one for like the first half of the season last year.
Yes.
So you'll always have one of those picks. Vardy at 9 is I think a decent call.
Buy, yeah.
But again, Vardy has never had a 20 goal a season sort of a thing.
That's fair enough. He's cheaper than Kane, no? He's a full point and more cheaper than Kane. So you use that resource somewhere else.
Alright, so let's talk about Game Week 5. What surprised you the most in Game Week 5, apart from your team, whatever? Like in terms of performance, or like did you expect Tammy to
No, I didn't. I mean, that's
points?
Obviously the biggest surprise, that Tammy is scoring a hat-trick, and against Wolves, I mean, who have been stingy when it comes to conceding goals. So that was completely unexpected. Away, that too.
Yeah, and Kana, the second question for you is, at what point do we run out of patience with Wolves players? Like, I think we should be done with them.
Yeah. Who did you take from Wolves? Like, none of the Wolves players was a...
Jota.
Again, I think better players at that price point, like players who are, who have like more chances of starting and more, the dependence on them for their team is more. Like, I said last week also. So, Aller, Barnes, Pukki, all of these players, they're at the same price range. So, when you're going for the 6 to 7 million strikers, there are much better strikers options than, Jimenez and Jota. So, and Wolves, again, like we discussed in the last show, the start has not been good. So, I don't think you can bank too much. Get like a 4.5-5 million player if you can from them.
Yeah.
I think there was one stat which I read yesterday. Their new striker, Cutrone.
Cutrone.
The highest. Kutrone has the highest XG amongst like cheap strikers. He has an XG of 1.2
Which
even though he's
goals?
not scored yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing about Kutrone is that he doesn't start also, so it's a big risk taking him.
Yeah.
So
No, that's what I'm saying. See, so with Ota and Jimenez and Kutrone now, you don't know.
man, it is just like it's so. I think I've almost given up hope. I'm like done with this season already. My aim for this season was to do 2,400 points, which is like 60, not 60. I wanted to do 60 average. Right, so into 38, whatever that number is, and I just can't. Like, I have Tammy in my team. I did all of that, and I got like 56, 57 points.
Right.
Then I thought, ki chalo, I had like a decent week. Then I'm looking all the people in our mini league, and like there's some 20 people who got like 70, like between 70 and my score. It was crazy.
But if you have such a long-term goal, I don't think you should care that much about week to week.
I don't even know my formation, dude, Yash. I don't even know whether I want to play 3 at the back, 4 at the back. I'm just trying to manage.
Right. So I guess you have to decide, because the fillers that you have, whether to have 2 fillers in defense or a filler in midfield and things like that.
I think I'll just add 11 fillers.
So I'll tell you what you do is you get like 3 midfielders, 2 strikers and 3 defenders who are going to give you points.
Yeah, but
So 8 and then one keeper, 9. Right?
This is a good idea. I mean, it's obvious that you need 4 players, as in 2 from City and 2 from Liverpool anyway, because that's where most of the points are going to come from.
Yes. So yeah, I have them. I have like Virgil van Dijk and Salah. And for City, I have Sterling and Zinchenko. Thank God for 5.5 million.
Although also Zinchenko, like I think I mentioned it last week also, but a lot of people have him. He's one of the highest selected City defenders, but I think his time is going to be over soon, because our Sharkman is back. He's back in training. Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, but he'll get injured in training, so that's okay. Let's not delay. Benjamin Mendy over last 3, he's played fantasy football for more time than for actual Manchester City. He's played like 24 minutes, I think, over the last 2.5 seasons.
Yeah.
And he's won a World Cup. He's won 2 leagues.
Really? He's competing with Thomas Vermaelen now.
What did Vermaelen with Barcelona?
Yeah,
you
he
mean?
won a treble, barely playing.
Really?
The
God.
first season he went there, he barely played and won a treble.
Yeah, one thing I was surprised again last week, game week 5 was David De Gea gave 9 points.
Oh.
9 freaking points. How many saves did I didn't.
This one against Leicester.
Yeah.
I think those were shots from distance. He didn't seem disturbed at all.
But
apart from that one shot from
the one initially from Madison.
Chilwell.
No, there was one shot initially from Madison before penalty.
That and Chilwell. Those two I remember. Other ones must have been
but
just
he gave
random
9
shots
points,
on target.
like, which is crazy. And I thought, okay, not everyone is sold on this Tammy thing. And I see half the teams, they have like either Mason Mount or Tammy Abraham. And Tammy Abraham, hat-trick ke baad jao na. No. He had to do an own goal. He had to get a yellow card. Rashford gave 9 points, scoring 1 goal.
Right.
Tammy Abraham scored a hat-trick and got 14. I can't even call it racism. Both are of the same race.
What a random observation,
Dude, I was pissed off. How can a guy who scores a hat-trick gets only 5 points more than like...
But he had disciplinary problems, no?
Don't disciplinary problems me, dude. It's still a hat-trick.
I think own goal is -3, right?
Really?
Or yeah.
Oh God, Tammy boy. Okay, let's talk about trends. Kumar, what have you observed after playing 5 weeks of this? I think we can safely say that this whole high-value defender nonsense. In the beginning of the season, I think when we did the pod, everyone was like, I'm seriously considering taking 5 at the back and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. And so, yeah, what do you think? Like, what's actually happening?
I was not sold on the 5 at the back, but in general, I mean, personally feel that this initial phase is over. Now it's about time you get in the reliable players in, Richarlison, Sigurdsson.
Yeah, like if you look at...
Even Zaha, I mean, Zaha is a slow starter anyway.
Yeah, but he
At
gets all the points.
Is fine.
Yeah, if you look at all the top scorers, right, in points, in goalkeepers, it's David De Gea, 24. He's the highest point.
Considering that United rely heavily on their defense, I think United defenders or even De Gea might not be
and
a
then
bad choice.
Gunn of Southampton and Fabianski. So Fabianski is a proven FPL player, and he's again coming back there. Right. And midfielders, Salah, Mane, Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne. These are the top 4.
Get 2 of them.
Yeah,
I guess.
just get 2 of them. And then the Mason Mount is injured, so that's not a problem. So I hope that one of you guys give a midfielder pick for game week 6 because a lot of players will have to replace Mason Mount at least.
Right.
And in forwards again, Pookie has 49 points. I think points per million he is way above even what Salah was 2 years ago. Otherwise it's again Aguero, Aubameyang, Firmino. So all these big guns are basically just coming back and
Pookie's reaching Miku levels. Michu levels.
Dude, that was so good. I didn't even play fantasy properly that year, but I remember Swansea, right?
Yeah,
so people going crazy.
And he did nothing else ever.
Alright, so before we take a break, I want to talk about Everton. And the only reason we talk about Everton is Lucas
because
Dean.
we think they are good.
No, I think they're good, but that's a different thing altogether. That has nothing to do with fantasy. I was talking about Lucas Dean, right? He's had 2 dud games where he's got 0 and 1 points, and he's had 3 games where combined he's gotten 22 points. So 3 by 22 is almost 8 points a game he's got on an average, and 2 duds. And Everton had those clean sheets, and he's given only 2 assists. So is it even what does one make of Lucas Dean given that he's in Everton? He has an amazing cross,
right?
But what do you make?
They don't have a striker.
Yeah, they don't have a striker who can probably head the ball. They're not even keeping clean sheets anymore. Do you think people should still persist with him?
I would persist with him because he's a good quality player and he gives a lot of points. So it's about time he comes good.
Okay, who is a player who you would never take now? You're done with him for the season. Have you reached the place where you're you know what, I'll never take this guy?
Not really, no.
No. Kumar, you?
I have, Pulisic. Because I took him at the start of the season as a differential because, I thought that he was going to replace Hazard as such.
But Barkley, I don't know, dude.
But why would anyone pick Barkley? You never pick CDMs and things like that.
Barkley said he is ready to fill in Hazard's shoes. Right?
Yeah.
So, but Kumar went against that and thought Pulisic is the guy going to do it.
Dude, when you sign a player for 50 million and then you don't play him or you keep him on the bench, that's... Okay. I think Lampard is going the whole British.
So you're actually done, right? You're done with Pulisic.
I'm done with Pulisic, yeah.
Wow, man.
I think better players at that price point now that, I've seen 5 game weeks. But
yeah. Yes, I think that's what we need to do.
I have one... when does this Wilson fad get over? It hurt me last week.
Which one? Charlie Wilson? Not Charlie Wilson. Callum Wilson.
By fad? What do you mean by fad?
Yeah, he always gives points. It's not a fad.
No, dude, it's not.
He's the third striker you keep, no?
You always need a cheapest striker, no?
Pookie and Tammy are already cheap strikers, no? How do you...
But that was unexpected. Now, if for a long-term reliable person...
Yeah,
then
I don't think any FPL team which has, let's say, Sebastian Haller, Pookie and Tammy...
That is me.
Yeah, that is a dream right now, but
in retrospect,
you're always, even next week, let's say you have these 3, you're still worried that Aguero ne itne point de diye, so you're screwed. And Aguero is going to have such things.
That's the thing. Then if I have my City covered with De Bruyne and Sterling, then I don't have the money first of all to get Aguero.
Yeah. No, but when I say Aguero, it could be Aguero, Aubameyang or Kane. It'll be one of these 3. You're always in the fear of missing out.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford more than 4 10 million plus players.
You don't have money to fill the team then if you have more than 4.
That's what I'm saying. So, I have decided to go with Salah, Sterling, De Bruyne. Who's my 4th one? I have another one, right?
Aguero?
Okay. No, I don't have Aguero.
Okay.
These are the only 3 I have.
Yeah, alright. Yes, last thing before we go break. What did you learn after this game week? You had a disappointing week.
Really, yeah.
Now you can't even change the team. So, are you even going to make substitution or just give this team one more week?
I think I'm going to take a -4 and make a couple of changes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not just give this a week off and see if your team can come good? You have...
I mean, James is... They're saying he might be injured, so I'm going to wait till Saturday. If he's injured, then...
Okay, so we'll take a break right now. Right. After the break, we need to give 3 picks for game week 6, a differential pick, and who is your captain. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Careers in the new podcast series presented by Accenture, and I'm your host Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay. In this podcast series, we'll get you the latest and greatest in the world of technology that's shaping the future of business as we know it. We're talking intelligent platforms, cloud, AI, blockchain, extended reality, and a whole lot more. Every fortnight on Wednesdays, we'll have for you a hot topic with expert speakers from Accenture talking about top trends in the space, how these are changing the world and creating growth across industries. And more importantly, we'll tell you how you can learn more, build your skills and expertise to grow and stay relevant in your career. Episodes out on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcast from.
Welcome back to Football Twaddle. Yash and Kanav here. Alright, Kanav, your 3 picks for Game Week 6.
Ashley Barnes.
What? Why?
They're playing Arsenal, right?
No, they're not. Arsenal's playing Aston Villa. Why would you just randomly pick? Ashley Barnes is playing Norwich.
No, they're playing Norwich, and Norwich have conceded like 12 goals in 5 games, and because they play very open, I think Burnley will score.
But is it because Norwich gave a lot of goals against like this one, Liverpool, right? So probably that's why.
They gave like 3 against Liverpool, right? They gave 3 against Chelsea.
Okay.
They gave 2 against Everton also, I think. No, they gave 2 against West Ham also.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and especially the way Norwich play, they will concede goals. They'll score goals and they'll concede goals. So I'll go with Pookie and Barnes both.
All right. And second one?
Pookie, obviously my favorite godson.
All right. The third one?
The third one. United are playing West Ham. West Ham were pretty dud in the last game, but I don't know. Probably a United defender. Like, I want like
take
Wan-Bissaka
Victor
to come.
Lindelof. I'm telling you, he's
If I take
high on after the signing this contract. So
No, I honestly want Wan-Bissaka to like do well. But he's not shown those signs in United. Like, he's not contributing. He's playing well, but he's not contributing to the goals as of now.
Oh, you mean he's not contributing to your FPL?
FPL,
Yes.
He might not be a great FPL pick.
All right, those are your 3 picks. Yes, yours.
So I'm gonna go with unconventional picks. Like, I'm going with fillers and not differentials.
Okay.
So number 1 is Oliver McBurney.
What? You need to start saying which club.
He's in Sheffield. So apparently he had a good season at Swansea last season. So if Pookie scored 29 goals in the championship and this guy scored 22.
Okay.
But this guy has a transfer obviously. So Pookie is well settled. This fellow, hopefully he'll start scoring goals. And he's already scored 1 against
And
Leicester.
Sheffield is playing Everton.
Yeah, and they have reasonably okay
Chance
ties.
to score.
Yeah, they have reasonably okay. Like, the next 3 games are not too hard.
All right. Oliver McBurney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one is Zaha. I'm saying is 6.8 this point of the season.
Yeah, but come on, I don't think Crystal Palace are even creating chances. That game is going to be so boring. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Either.
No, but I feel that with Zaha you always have a chance of scoring. Like,
Isn't he like expensive as well, Zaha?
6.8 is fine.
Oh, he's come down in value.
Yeah, that's why. It'll be a good time to pick him.
All right, and the third one?
And the third one is at 4.9. It's Kenny McLean.
Dude.
He is at Norwich, and now that Cantwell and Pookie are doing so well, they'll be marked men. So I feel this guy will be let free. Like, he's played all the games and he seemed okay.
He scored the first goal also.
Sorry?
He
Scored the first goal against City.
Yeah, but dude, that's not how Yash picked him. Yash picked him because they're 2 marked men at Norwich. So
Obviously,
from a newly promoted team, let's pick a third player.
Yeah, I saw, and at 4.9, come on.
Okay, fine. So out of these 3 players, you have to pick 1 in your team game week 6. So that I'm going to choose as your differential.
Yeah, Oliver McBurney.
Sheffield versus Everton, right?
Chalo.
All right. Chalo kya?
Chalo,
Okay.
This is a very risky pick, so yeah.
Yeah, but if it pulls off, next week you'll see everyone take Oliver McBurney. Alright, Kana, who's your differential pick?
It's always Pookie, man.
अब differential
he's no more a differential.
अरे लोग उसको निकाल रहे हैं अभी.
No, they're not. Stop making up shit and just give me your differential pick. It's always Pookie.
So my differential pick is again like McGinn.
Oh, who's Aston Villa playing? Arsenal, right?
Arsenal, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout actually, because they will score against Arsenal.
Yeah, and he does well. So, but the thing is that every second he doesn't go forward every attack.
Okay.
But every second or third attack he makes that late run into the box. He had a couple of good chances against West Ham also, but West Ham were just throwing bodies and blocking them.
Okay, we need to wrap this up. Chelsea is playing Liverpool, so will people keep Tammy in the team or no?
Yeah, Liverpool are conceding. They don't have the solid defense that they had last season.
So it's not a bad thing to continue keeping Tammy in the team, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yash, your captaincy picks.
And I think there'll be better, there'll be more, critical areas of the squad to change rather than Tammy. If you only have one transfer available.
Yeah, because Chelsea have 6 good games after the Liverpool game. So if you remove Tammy out for this and try to get a more expensive guy, you need to make 2 transfers and all that bullshit. So yeah. Okay, yes, your captaincy pick.
Sterling or Salah?
Sterling is playing who?
I think
Watford.
Yeah, so Sterling.
And Salah is playing Chelsea.
Sterling,
right? Well, you're not looking at Leicester Spurs. That's a tough one. Or Aubameyang as a captain because they're playing Aston Villa.
They are not in my team, so kaise bana?
No. I'm saying, if we go based on your team... let's get this. If we go based on your team, I don't think the few people who listen to us are also going to come back. We are asking, in general, what should people consider as captain?
No, but from Leicester Spurs, I don't think it will be a very high-scoring game. So
okay. So Sterling is still...
Sterling, yeah.
Kana?
Sterling. He's been the captain for all 5 weeks now.
I would think I think it would be between Sterling and Aubameyang, no?
I don't think so. Aubameyang will score 1, I think. He'll get 5 chances and score 1 out of those.
Okay.
But Sterling, the whole gives you... Aubameyang doesn't give assists.
Oh, yeah. Okay. West Ham is playing United, so Sebastian Haller as a differential captain. How about that?
No, I mean, United have a decent defense.
All right.
Haller disappointed last week, man.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night to watch that game because I had McGinn and Haller as my differentials, and both of them didn't do anything.
All right.
And I took out Mings and put him on the bench because I thought Haller was going to score.
But Mings just had a fight, right?
Yeah, he had a fight with El Ghazi.
And he got a yellow card for it.
No, but still he gave 5 points, so that's more than Haller.
Cool. All right, on that note, guys, please make your team picks accordingly. We've thrown out enough names. See what sticks. And may the best man win. All right, Yash, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kanav, you can go now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Please, you can follow us on all our social media handles at @Footy Twaddle on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook would be Football Twaddle. This is Saru saying bye.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Screwwaller, and you've been listening to my podcast and the multiple chapters of my book, Dream With Your Eyes Open. And I think to that, I've had good chats here. And I think chapter 13, my book, is all about Q&As, and I'm sure there are more Q&As. Happy to answer them, so send them in, and happy to have a dialogue with you on that.
So if you'd like to ask Ronnie a question, send it to us at dreaming@ivmpodcast.com. If selected, we'll read out your question on the last episode and have Ronnie answer it. You can also send a question to us on social media at IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hi, I'm Satyajit.
Hi, I'm Racheta.
We are from the Open Library Project and we host a podcast called Paperback.
Paperback is a podcast where we engage with stalwarts and experts from various industries, suggesting non-fiction titles that contributed to their journey in a big way.
We've had guests like Anjali Raina, Dr. Marcus Rani, Dr. Swati Lodha, Ambi Parmeswaran, Apurva Damani, and many more on our show Paperback. Find new episodes every Wednesday on IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you listen to podcasts.